Can you guys hear me? Hello? Hello? Okay. Don't ask me why that just happened, but it happened. So, with that being said, alright. So, let's look over the roster and then we'll go from there, okay? So this is the roster as of right now. Got Bryce Petty at starting quarterback. Good quarterback. He's getting there in terms of awareness. Injuries, not the best in the world, but you kind of have to live with it. Consistency's a little bit low, but he's good. Petty's been very good for us. No problem there. Carlos Hyde. Obviously, I can't show you everybody actually. You know what? I'll show it to you once the offseason starts because we have injuries still. So, yeah. I am wearing a Darrelle Revis Patriots jersey. Got it last year, and it was absolutely worth it. So, let's do it. Advance to the offseason. I'm doing well, guys. I'm doing really well. At Captain Ballarams. Stop spamming my friend. But going 10-6 doesn't mean that they had a losing season. So, now that everybody's healthy, now let's do it. Now let's take a look at the roster. Revis was the best corner on New England this year. Kept the Jets out of the playoffs. Here's Bryce Petty. Here is Elgin Armstead and Carlos Hyde. You can see 91 speed, great agility, good acceleration, great elusiveness, good ball carrier vision, good trucking, stiff arm, spin move, juke, better catch in traffic, better route runner, great return man. He's just a beast. Elgin Armstead is awesome. Give me 1 sec, guys. All right. What is up, Sneaky? Okay, so let's keep going. We got Bruce Miller at fullback. We have Nate Hill, who is the #1 wide receiver on the team. Good stats for him. Great speed. He's an awesome player. After that, we have Charles Johnson, Derwin Taylor, Rashad Green, Quentin Patton, Brandon Gibson, DeAndre Smelter, Denarius Moore, and Travis Benjamin. We have Kobe Fleener, Bernie Lauderdale, and Blake Bell. Oh my. Joe Staley retired. Joe Staley retired. I'm assuming that's what that means. Because he's not a free agent. I don't think. Navarro Bowman, Carey Fort. I'll check the transactions in a second. Eli Harold, Corey Lemonnier, Tank Carradine, Drake Kirkpatrick, Darius Motes, Tyler Gordon, Lenerick Lewis, Le'Veon Duncan, Jimmy Ward, Eric Reed, Jaquiski Tart, Bethea, Reed, Brinza, Marquette King. Okay, so with that being said, let's take a look at the transactions. Tom Brady calls it quits. He retires. That sucks. Antonio Gates retires. Robert Mathis. Larry Fitzgerald. Oh, man. Okay, let's take a look at the transactions. Maybe if Staley's a free agent. I don't think he is. I think we signed him to a pretty good deal. Let's see. Nick Roach, Vonta Leach, Andrew Whitworth, Grimes, McBriar, DeQuell, Peppers, Brady, Starks, Bush, Robinson, Wilford, Thomas Davis, David Stewart, Josh Brown, Michael Griffin, Hatcher, Castle, Harriman, Saloti Nata, Logan Mankins, Richie Incognito, Antonio Gates. Joe Staley does retire. Robert Mathis, Malcolm Floyd, Peters, Avant, Jacoby Jones, Fitz, Starks, Myers, Ratliff, Canty, Bushrod, Whitehurst. No, not Charlie Whitehurst. Kevin Burnett, Mike Cyphers, Bunkley, Gerhardt, Antonio Holmes. Anyone else? Devin Hester, Cotchery, Josh Cribbs, Roman Harper. Anyone else important retire? John Fox goes to Seattle. 49ers franchise tag Tyrann Mathieu. Eric Fisher gets tagged. Dwayne Allen gets tagged. That sucks. George Iloka gets tagged. Norman resigns. Okay. All right. Time to look at our re-signed players. C.J. Mosley, the defensive tackle, retired. So we're not bringing back Brandon Bass. Not bringing back Benjamin. Derwin Taylor, I'd like to bring back, at least on a futures type contract. See if he wants to agree to that. He does. Rashad Green, I'd like to bring back on the same deal. Bring both of them back, see if they can fight it out a little bit. He does re-sign. Denarius Moore and Shane Scov are not returning. Definitely not Denarius Moore. Patton, I'm not going to bring back, nor am I going to bring back Gibson. I'm going to look through free agency and find a lot of young guys to bring on board, fight for some spots. Yeah, Tyrann Mathieu, I didn't want to mention it, was my number one target in free agency this year. Absolutely number one. Brinza, I'd like to bring back. 3 years. $850. We can always cut him. He signs. Travaris Cadet will bring back on a 1-year deal. We'll see if he makes the roster. It's not going to be something guaranteed for him. But if he wants to sign, he does. Okay, he's not interested. Lenerick Lewis, I'd like to bring back. He wants a good contract. He's a good player. Someone who I'd be happy bringing back if he wants to stay. Let's see. He doesn't want to come back either. Kari Fort, we'll bring him back. Okay, Gabbard is not returning. Glenn Dorsey is not returning. Art Jones is not. What does Dial want? Too much. Not happening. Carradine. I don't mind giving him some money. We'll bring him back if he resigns, and we can always cut him if we don't want him. Okay, so he comes back. So these are the guys who are not returning. No Benjamin, Baskov, Moore, Patton, Gibson, Cadet, Leneric Lewis, Gabbert, Dorsey, Art Jones, Quentin Dial. So our cap situation is fine. If your stream is lagging, refresh it. Only thing I hate is that you have to go through all the players and do this. We don't need to tag anybody. Carlos Hyde is not a third down back. He's definitely not a good enough receiver for third down. So here is the scheme that we're going to be running because Harbaugh is the Baltimore head coach. So we're changing up the playbook to John Harbaugh. And Harbaugh's scheme, let me find his exact scheme. We'll match it. We rock with the head coach. That's the way we go. Harbaugh's a vertical offense and a hybrid defense. Okay. Vertical offense and hybrid. I'll check the Super Bowl in a second. Okay. Who won the Super Bowl? The answer is the Kansas City Chiefs win the Super Bowl 42-35. Crazy back and forth game. Romo and Alex Smith both throwing for a lot of yardage. Jamal Charles didn't end up with a touchdown. He had 22 touchdowns. Oh, he did. He had 22 touchdowns on the season. Incredible season for him. Terrence Williams, Macklin, Des Bryant. Those are huge numbers. Mitchell Schwartz, Sean Lee. Pick was from Sean Smith, only 3 yards. No touchdowns on defense. Kicking game. No field goals attempted. Wow. And no return touchdowns. Okay. So that is how it goes. And now we'll look through and are you guys ready to advance? I think we're pretty good. I don't think there's anything else that we can do at this stage. I'm ready. How about you guys? All right. Off to stage number 1. So now a huge need of ours is the left tackle. All right. So anything more occur here? We'll see. Khalif Barnes retires. That's fine. Let's take a look and see who hit free agents. I'm going to save it first. Yes, the Richard 55. This is my most popular series I've done to date. How do I have so much money in cap? It is because we don't have a lot of veterans on roster. Okay, so Sam Martin is awesome. Sharif Floyd is always awesome. Alshon, Teron Armstead, Sheldon Richardson, Vincent Jackson, Calais Campbell, Michael Floyd, K'Wan Short, Kyle Long, Josh Gordon, Dwayne Bowe, Colston Kelsey, LaFell, Jokel, Pugh. Okay. So we're going to start off at the quarterback position. Matt Flynn, Fitzpatrick, Carson Palmer. There's nobody good here. Jimmy the Goat. Nobody that we're going to go after. Running back, Gio Bernard, Arian Foster, Niall Davis, CJ Spiller. Lower guys who we might want to look at. No running backs, probably. Fullback is fine. Alshon, Jackson, Gordon, Floyd. Any lower level wide receivers that we can throw into the mix? I I don't really want a wide receiver, honestly. We have a lot of really good players, and I'm looking for one in the draft, so I don't think we need to go after anybody. But I want to find someone young who can fill a role for us. No, not Janice. There's a lot of wide receivers here. Alan Hearns might not be bad. We'll give him a shot. Give him a mil. Oh, 100 million? No. 1 million. 1-year contract. We'll give him a shot. Justin Hunter, I've dealt with him too many times. I don't want him. Tavon Austin, the slot would be cool, but his hands are awful. I'll offer Tavon. You know what? I don't mind going after a few wide receivers and testing them out because we can always improve in that area. It's really a matter of figuring out what we're going to do with the team. There he is. Tavon, 95 speed. Not a great route runner, not great catching. And we'll try it out. He wants too much money. No, he's not worth that. Definitely not worth it. We have 2 really good tight ends, so we need to look at left tackle. I'd pay big money for Teron Armstead. Honestly. Let me see his stats. 92 pass blocking. But there's someone else who I'd rather get, honestly. Luke Jokel. For a 26-year-old, that's really not that bad. Pugh is fine, but we don't need anything there. Kyle Long is fine, but no. Okay, the guy who we're going after is going to be... Well, first off, Sharif Floyd could be really useful for us. Really useful inside. Can put him at 3-4 defensive end. Same thing with K1. But the difference in price here is incredible. Here's who I want. But, oh my god. Holy shit. Sheldon Richardson. I'm going to go Mike Daniels. Definitely going to go Mike Daniels for right end. I can't pay $93 million for Sheldon Richardson. Mike Daniels is somebody who I really want. He's 28. Mingo. Dansby, Meesey. Free safety, Malcolm Floyd is there. I don't particularly like the free safeties in this draft, but his zone coverage is so good. I like the strong safeties in this draft better than free safeties. Who's available kicker-wise? Carpenter, Gold, Catanzaro. The Catman. Zerline. We need a right end badly, and we need a DT. There are better DTs in this draft, but McClendon's the true nose. He's not that good, though. Mike Daniels is probably the best option for us for the scheme. Yeah, I'm going to go Mike Daniels. Going to offer him a good contract. We can offer him a lot of money. Definitely going to go Mike Daniels. Trevathan, is he a good... He's a good coverage guy. Danny Trevathan will be somebody who I'd like to be able to throw in there, but he's not fast enough. That's the issue. We need someone who can get into the 80s in speed, and he's just not capable of it. We need that coverage linebacker who can really do great things, because otherwise we'll just have two versions of Navarro Bowman. We need a real speed inside linebacker, and there's not many. Okay. Audie Cole. No. Left tackle. There is a left tackle that's high up in the draft that I'm going to go after now. It's something that we have to do. We're going to have to pass on that corner because, you know, I'd like to bring in Jokel. He's young, but he's not good enough. 88 overall. It's not really true to form. Pursuit only occurs after the ball has been handed off or caught. So the pursuit is good. It just doesn't help in that situation of actually, you know, coverage. And you need to be able to keep up with the guys. So Armstead is worth it, but I'd rather go after that young guy. Now, K'Wan Williams is someone who'd be really interesting because look at that man coverage, look at the zone. Really good young player. Tackling is pretty good. He wants a lot of money, though. And we do have good corners. I'd rather... You know what? Here's what I'm going to do. Hugh Thornton. No, he's not that good. Pugh is pretty good. Let me see. If there's a position that I can do it with, then I'm going to shift over... Doesn't have the agility for a OT. That's the only issue. TJ Clemmings? I'd rather go Clemmings, honestly. Better pass blocker. Not as strong, but I'd rather go TJ Clemmings and move Alex Boone over to... yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go Clemmings, and I'm going to move Alex Boone over to left tackle, because he played well there, if you remember. He did a very good job. So, we're going to sign a lot of players in this, but not all of them are going to make the roster. Okay? So, we're going to look through some of the younger running backs. Amir Abdullah is going to get an offer from us. He'll be somebody who we'll bring on probably as a future type guy. Amir Abdullah. Quarterback situation, we don't need another one of those. Wide receivers, we'll go after a few guys. Someone who doesn't really want a bonus right now, we can go after. Rashard Matthews is too slow. Kamar Aiken. It's too old. Nick Toon, too old. Marquez Wilson. Okay, we can try out Marquez. You know, we're going to try to get close to 90 guys on roster for the offseason. And I think that's pretty good. That way we can really narrow it down in the preseason. Someone who's a good blocker. Michael Rivera's not at all. Chris Gregg is fast, not a good blocker. Brandon Bostic, are you a good blocker? No. Brandon Myers, one of the best catchers in traffic, at least. No. Heath. Craig Stevens is a good blocker. Yeah. We'll try out Stevens. Actually, no, he wants too much. Wow. I'm kind of surprised he wants that much. Matt Spaeth. Decent. Rhett Ellison is somebody who... he's a good blocker. I don't mind paying exactly what he wants and going from there. Yeah, I might do that. I might draft a tight end. Might draft a wide receiver, offensive tackle, moving to tight end. Yeah, I'll try out Janis. Jeff Janis is another guy who I can try out. Tebow, nah, Tebow mania does not exist in my world. He's not good. Yeah, we'll try out Janis. Okay. So let's keep looking. DT, we need a nose. Alan Branch is a good tackler, or nose tackle. Barry Cofield. BJ Raji? No. Atiba Rubin, not good enough. Tom Johnson's decent. Okay, let's keep looking. Paris Harrelson, Darius Fleming. Casey Drake, how are you? Not bad. We'll try him out. Outside linebacker, we need a pass rusher at the outside linebacker position. Mingo's a good one. He's going to demand too much money, though. Ogletree's good. Gerald Hodges is not good. Vinny Curry is somebody who could be decent. Jaron Elliott. Not bad. Shaq Barrett. Not a ton of guys there. Yeah, not a ton of great players. Cornelius Washington could be worth it. Yeah, why don't we try out Cornelius? He's a 3-4 pass rusher. We'll try him out. Try that out. Malcolm Smith. Malcolm Smith we're going to bring on. Too much money-ish. He'd be really good as that second inside linebacker, wouldn't he? Good tackling, good pursuit, good zone, good speed. A little old. I don't want to have to cut him, so I'm not going to. Free safety. Sean Williams. He's fast. Hits hard. We can try him out. Maybe. We'll do 2 years. All right. Strong safety. Sendejo is decent. The Hedebo is too old. Mark Barron is somebody who we could consider. Honestly, we could consider Barron in the box as what his actual role is. You know what? I'm going to try Mark Barron out. Nah. I still like the idea of putting Eric Reed as an inside linebacker. So, we're going to avoid that. Left tackle. Young guys. Josh Wells. Jordan. Get some depth going. Like the idea of just going younger. I think it makes things a bit easier. Chris Barker would like to come over, but he's not very good. Anybody else who's worth pursuing? Oh, Eric Hopkins is pretty... Okay, yeah, I'll try it. Eric Hopkins. Young player. Get some depth going. And anybody else? No, I think that's good for the first. Let me see how many players we're going after. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, that's good for now. Let's go through the next one. Let's go to the next stage and see who signed with us. Okay, so we got Ellison, Drake, and Abdullah as our first 3, which is awesome. Okay. So we'll save that. Let's see who signed around the league, and we'll go from there. We're going to draft a quarterback. There's no one in free agency worth going after. Trade center, we're dealing away. We are absolutely dealing away Antoine Bethea. He has no place on our team whatsoever. And if somebody wants him, they can have him. If not, then, well, shit. Chargers? For a 5th? No? Yeah, nobody wants him. I think I'm going to just cut him. I'm not going to draft a quarterback high, but I'm going to draft a quarterback. Because there's no one's going to be a competition for Bryce Petty. Okay. Bethea is gone. Need some defensive tackles. see who signed and where they signed. Pugh signed with the Colts, Britt with the Rams, Stewart there, Stuckey there. Okay, so not many great signings. A lot of low-level guys. Dante Johnson signed. Mo Claiborne. Okay, so that was a good first go of things. We're going to get Mike Daniels. I'm not going to let him slip away at all. Not going to give it even an opportunity to. I'm going to try to move Eric Reed into inside linebacker, yeah. At the very least, he's going to play strong safety. John Jenkins wants too much. DeMar Dobbs. Let me see his stats. That's good enough. I don't want to settle for good enough. Let me see if somebody else. Carl Davis. Yeah, Carl Davis is much better. He's someone who I'll put inside. It's a backup to Ian Williams. Sheard would be good, but I like Sheard better in real life than in video games. Vance Walker's a good player, but no, not fast enough. K1 would be really useful up the middle, but he's not exactly a nose. And we're going to be playing enough that we need a nose tackle. So he doesn't fit enough. Okay. We'll go after a young left tackle. Marcus Cannon's not terrible, but Brennan Williams, just for roster purposes. There are a lot of good pass rushers in this draft, so I don't need to go and sign anybody per se. We'll look through and see quarterback-wise. Manziel's here. He wants a good contract, though. Hoyer, RG3, Tyrod. Yeah, there's not really any good quarterbacks here. No one worth going after. And Deion Lewis is here. Anton Smith. Duke Johnson. I'll go after Duke. He has familiarity with the team. I'm fine with Brinza for now. John Gomes. Tackles, hits hard, but no. We'll give Walter Thurman a contract. Young corners. Demetrius McCray. No. There's so many corners in the draft that I don't need to do that. And one more person. Young guy. Brandon Maggie? No. Brandon Watts? Yeah, we'll go Brandon Watts. Okay. So we have a lot of negotiations going, and we can kind of thin the roster out as need be. We'll take a look at some positions now to scout. As I told you, there's this guy right here. Oh, we can see the combine grades now. Beautiful. Okay. .468, .485, .504, .49, .49, .52, .465. So no super fast quarterbacks in this draft, which is kind of funny. Yeah, there's not a lot of really good quarterbacks here. Looney's probably the best of the bunch in terms of combine grade, but AJ Blake is probably pretty good still. None of them are really good. Wide receiver. Let me see what my boy Chris Arnold's speed is. 4.35. He's a 99 speed. Or no, he's not 99 speed. He's a 96 speed or so. So he's definitely going to be drafted by us. Anyone with an insane combine grade? Top guys, 4.54, 4.38, 4.52. What was Arnold's? Oh, he was the fastest wide receiver. Okay. Marcus Scott. Oh, whoops. Tight ends. Parks. Duncan. This guy's a freak. I mean, it's expected. 4th round guy. Pretty good. Not very fast, but this guy is pretty strong. Good impact. Might draft him. Terrence Harper late. Yeah, I really like. I really like Nate Arnold. Slow. How about I go to the guys that I watched? 4.92, 4.98, 4.96. I mean, these aren't terrible combine grades. Defensive tackle, 4.98. Russell Lucas is someone who looks really interesting. Someone who I'd probably go after more than Josh Hansen. Left outside linebacker, 4.71. Dallas Austin, 4.76. This corner. Okay, so here's the corner. Ramon Best. I need to see what his speed is. First off, let's see these guys. 4.43. Nice. 4.35. 4.38. So this guy's really fast. Really fast. That's like a 96 speed. 4.32. Josh Payne, 4.65. Nothing too impressive. Jamal McNeil, 4.63. Antoine Skinner, 4.57. Jordan Beasley, 4.63. 4.63. Anyone with burner speed? 4.54. That's the fastest. Ooh. JT Ogletree. Now that's someone who I could go for. I don't need to go this high for Ramon Bess, even though he's probably a superstar. 4.38 versus 4.41? JT Ogletree might be the play. Ooh. He's not as fast, though. He's not someone who I'm going to draft. A lot of really good corners in this draft. So having a good wide receiver is going to be very helpful. This guy's insane. This guy's going to be a fast, really good, rangy cover 2 linebacker. It's just, I don't know. 4.68. Juwan Carey, 4.57. Tackle, pursuit, hit power. He's fast. 4.57. What would 4.57 put him at? I'm not sure. Fast defensive ends. .463 is the fastest. DeAndre Bryan. He's a good player. He doesn't fit us though. Between 86 and 88, yeah. Juwan Carey's the guy who I was looking at a lot. 4.68 versus 4.58. 4.57 versus 4.68. That's really fast. All right. So we're gonna have to figure it out, but because I do want to move, I want to see if I can move Eric Reed now to inside linebacker. If I can do that, then I'm going to probably not go after Carey. Oh, I can move him to linebacker? Sweet. Okay. Move Eric Reed to outside linebacker, and I'm going to move him to inside linebacker. Only a 75? That's weird. Because he fits perfectly for an inside backer. Yeah, he's going to do a lot better than 75. He's going to be my starting inside linebacker with Bowman as the number 2. I'll change his number up. His pursuit's the only issue, and that's fine. Because he played such a high level inside the box anyway that it's quite clear that his pursuit's fine. That'll get boosted. I'll boost that up myself. This way I can draft the strong safety who I want and probably get a free safety. Bowman's going to be the because we're still in a 4-3. We're still in a 3-4 technically. Bowman is going to be the 2-down linebacker. I'd like Malcolm Jenkins here. Absolutely want him. So we're going to offer him a contract. Because there's no good free safeties in this draft. Willis has been gone. He's not even in this game. Okay. So, I think we're in a good spot. Jimmy Ward has no value. Absolutely none. 4-5-4, 4-5-2, 4-5-3, 4-6, 4-5-2. Wonder who's the fastest running back. 4-6-3, 4-5-4. $4-4-9. It's a power back. All right, we'll advance on to stage number 3. Bowman is a very bad coverage linebacker in real life and in game. He's good in zone. He's not good in man coverage, and that's just kind of the way it goes for him. He's not a good enough pursuing guy. All right. So we got Thurmond, Wells, Janis, and Watts. Let's see who signed where. I could actually use Jimmy Ward as a slot corner. I'm still going to draft an inside linebacker. Just not too highly, I don't know. I'm not sure. Let's see who signed where. Okay, so no one really spectacular signed. All right. Okay, we're fighting with the Cardinals for Mike Daniels, and we're not going to let him go. Malcolm Jenkins, we're good. Clemmings. He's going to be our starter, so let's boost that up a bit. Okay. Anyone else that we're looking for? Not really. Calvin Williams wants too much. Alec Ogletree would be pretty cool. But we have other needs that need to be addressed first. I'm not going after Alshon or anybody like that. It's just the game's glitched for those guys, so it's not worth it. Dallas Austin's pretty cool, but he's not a... He's a good pass rusher. Martin Roberts is probably the guy that we're going to go after in terms of pass rusher. That'll be a third-round guy. JT Ogletree is someone who we can look at. I think the fact that he's B+ man, B+ zone is just too good to pass up. And yeah, I think we're good. Let's move on to the next one. I'm definitely not going to trade away. I'll scout a few more people. I'm not going to trade away my. I'm not going to trade away Navarro Bowman. Okay. Dendreckus Smith was a. He didn't do much at all. He was the third guy. He was the third guy on roster for them. All right, so let's go on to the next stage. Mike Daniels, Malcolm Jenkins, both signed. Okay. So Hearns did not. Neither did Marquez Wilson. Neither did Cornelius. But Williams did. Clemmings did. Okay. So we do sign Mike Daniels, which is huge. Those are two huge signings right there. Carl Davis is really important for us. And TJ Clemmings is going to be our starting right tackle, which is fine. Yeah, I'm going to save right now. And then I'm going to take a look at the rest of the guys in the scouting department. And is there anyone that I want to trade? Probably not, actually. Eli Harold is somebody that we're going to get rid of if somebody wants him. You know what? I'll package him in a deal. Next year's third for a second. Because we don't have a second round pick right now. Next year's fourth. For a second pick. Second round pick. Bad teams. What you gonna do? Based on my memory, there are a few good bad teams in here. Broncos are a bad team. See, would they be willing to do that? No interest? Okay. How about a third? I'm not trading Petty. I'm not trading Bowman. Not happening. Okay, that's a little too low. How about the Buccaneers? What's their second pick? That's still too low. How about, I like about 50. 51? Why don't we try it? Significantly more value? Okay. How about the Jets? We've been with the Jets before. We'll throw in an inside linebacker. How about that? 1 R.J. Russell? No, okay. I just want to move up in the draft. Throw in DeAndre Smelter. No? Okay. Well, it doesn't look like it's going to be happening. We'll try one more. Okay, it's not happening. We'll scout a little bit more, and then we'll start it up. Yeah, Eli Harold was not good for me. At all. Jamal McNeil is the guy who I'm going to probably draft at some point. I'm going to probably trade down from 3. I'm not going to scout anymore. We're going to the draft. What's up, stepfather? No, I'm not relocating this team. Brand new stadium. No point to. Everyone wants Dondrecka Smith because he's awesome. He is absolutely awesome. Gordon would probably fight for that 3 spot. What's up, FJV69? Okay, so no one signed Alshon, no one signed Michael Floyd, no one signed Bethea. That's not uncommon. Sam Martin went to the Giants on a huge deal. Sharif Floyd, good deal to the Redskins. Teron Armstead, $57 million to the Texans. Sheldon Richardson signed the $93 million deal with the Colts. Vincent Jackson, good deal. Campbell there, along with the Vikings. K1 with the Bucks. Gordon with the Rams as well. Oh, that's not going to be fun. Colston there. Kelsey to the Jaguars. Bo to the Falcons. LaFell. Pugh to the Colts. Jokel to the Jaguars. Blackman. Oh, God. So I'm just going to go through and you can look at all the players who signed where Alec Ogletree, $34 million to the Cardinals. Wow. That's a huge deal. David Harris. Ishmael, $19 million. Sheard went to the Patriots again. Trevathan, Packers. Sanders to the Raiders. Okay, so that's pretty much everything that you need to know. The full stream of Yes is going on YouTube, don't worry. And what we're going to do is we're going to look at this, and I'm going to shift over Alex Boone, first off. Alex Boone is now our left tackle. That fixes everything. What's up, Elliot? What's up, my man? Freddie Young is moving to left guard. He is out of the Michael Potty mold, so that's going to happen. We have a lot of running backs. We're going to draft a wide receiver or 2 for sure. Yeah, Boone's there, Freddie Young there, Kilgore and Dorsey, Reeves and Clemmings. Armstead, Daniels, Carradine, Casey Drake, Ian Williams and Carl Davis, Aaron Lynch, Navarro Bowman, Eric Reed, K.R.E. Fort, R.J. Russell, Eli Harold, Lemonnier and Watts, Moats, Kirkpatrick, Gordon, Acker, Duncan, Jenkins, Ward, Sean Williams, Thurman, Tart. So that's the way things go for now. And now I am going to, before I start up the draft, I am going to end the stream for about 2 minutes so I can separate it for editing purposes. So we're just going to take a quick break, and then we'll be right back, okay? So, all right. Yes, Joe Staley retired. Give me 2 to 5 minutes, all right? I'll be right back. Two to 5 minutes to restart the stream for